Hey, it's Surrealistic Studios, LBThaRealist at your service. What's that surreal life like? So, I was surfing YouTube and I came across this video by a man by the name of Rubin, I believe, from the Rubin Report. And he had some very interesting things to say. He said that he used to be a part of the network TYT, which is the Young Turks on YouTube. He says he's no longer a member of TYT network. He no longer describes himself as a progressive. He describes himself as what's known as a classical liberal. He just put out a video recently, I think a few days ago, called Why I Left the Left, saying that basically progressives are crybabies, we're all social justice warriors, we don't really believe in the rights of the individual, we put the rights of the collective over the individual. And we seek to basically impede on others, in others' lives. We want to basically interfere in other people's lives and impede their will. Such as the government stepping in to force a baker to bake a cake for a homosexual couple. That's one of the examples he used. And him himself being a homosexual, he says that you would think that he would be in favor of that, but he's not. He doesn't agree that the government should be able to step in and tell anybody what to do according to their own beliefs, religious. And I do agree with that. I agree, absolutely. I don't believe that anybody should, or I don't believe that the government should be able to tell a baker who they can bake a cake for. Obviously, I don't have a problem with homosexuality. I have homosexuals in my family. Gay people are funny as hell. I have no issue with them. I love them. And most of them love me too. So, I have no problem with that. But at the same time, I don't want to force somebody to do something that's against their religion. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're a government official such as a police officer, I don't believe that it's your right to decide that you don't want to help somebody because it goes against your religion. No, that's your job. Your job is to help people regardless of who they are and what they believe. That's why this is America, correct? So that's where I kind of differ. I'm not exactly sure Dave Rubin's exact beliefs on that type of situation. But for most of what he says, I agree. I do not agree in the notion of, I don't agree that he's trying to say, I guess I don't agree with his insinuation that progressivism is somehow the same as infringing on somebody else's rights. That's not progressive. That's not progressive at all. That is regressive. That's infringing upon anybody to do what they want to do. It's not a progressive thing to do. As long as that person is not trying to hurt or harm anybody. That's all I care about. But no, I don't believe that progressives should be censoring anybody from saying what they want to say. If I'm saying what I want to say, I don't want somebody to censor me, so why would I censor the next person? No matter if it hurts my feelings or not. I tell people all the time, if you don't like my videos, you don't like my music, tell me. Tell me that you don't like my video. Tell me you don't like my music, because it helps bring me back down to reality, because I get a broader sense of things. Instead of just hearing all positivity and hearing what I want to hear all the time, I hear what I don't want to hear, and that balances out. Everything's a balance in life. That's what I believe anyways. So trying to censor people or trying to ban somebody from speaking or from doing something that doesn't harm anyone is not right. So I agree with him on that aspect. But I don't agree with him trying to label all of progressivism as that. That's horribly incorrect, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree. That's not what progressivism is. Progressivism is wanting to enact change in all aspects of life, to progress the agenda, not to go back, not to regress. So when he speaks of regressives, he's not speaking on progressives. Two separate concepts. I know he's trying to say it in a derogatory way by saying that progressive, no, you're not progressive, you're regressive because you're doing. Don't label them progressives, because they're not. They may think they are, but they're not progressives. Those are not progressive actions. To riot over nothing, you know, or to try to censor somebody or ban someone from speaking their opinion. Yeah, their opinion may be bullshit, but we live in America. I will defend your right to speak bullshit, and I will call you a dumbass as I'm defending you. So I feel as though there's this war being waged upon progressivism by classical liberalism. And maybe this war has been going on forever. I do know that there has been a war always from the beginning of, from the beginning of conservatism. I mean, conservatism and progressivism are opposites. Conservatism seeks to keep the same traditional values, whereas progressivism seems to deviate from that and to progress forward in relation to what is going on in current society. If I'm saying that correctly, maybe I'm not. That's how I always view it, as just progress, moving forward instead of going back or staying stagnant in the same place. Because times change. We're in a constant state of change. Change is the only thing that does and does not. So, have you guys seen that ad by Dave Rubin in the Rubin Report about why I left the left? I thought that was very interesting. And at first I had a very negative attitude when watching the video, like, this guy's full of shit. But, you know, I stayed and I watched the whole video, and he made some pretty valid points. I just disagree with his idea of calling all progressives regressives and saying that progressivism is not the same progressivism as it once was. Maybe for you it's not, but for the vast majority of us, we know what progressivism is, and whatever you're describing is not progressive. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But my wonderful subscriber, I'm gonna stop doing that joke. But let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, share your thoughts with me, share your thoughts with other people, spread the light. LBThaRealist out.